Well, in news we've been following all day today, Kamala Harris choosing her running mate for the presidential election, selecting Minnesota Governor Tim Walz as her VP.
And WENY's Lindsay Madison spoke with a political analyst about why Harris potentially chose Walz over Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro. Lindsay?
Nick and Renata, political analyst Jim Twombly says Harris was looking for someone with executive experience. One reason he says Harris likely didn't pick Shapiro was because of an ex-aide who allegedly threatened a woman in 2018. Mike Verb, an ex-aide to Governor Shapiro, was allegedly involved in two separate complaints. According to ABC News, the first in 2018, where a woman alleges Verb used Shapiro's name on a threatening phone call. The incident came to light in 2023, the same year the Shapiro administration settled an unrelated sexual harassment claim against Verb for $300,000. Verb later resigned. Twombly says Harris picked Minnesota Governor Tim Walz as her nominee as a way to play it safe.
I think in the end, too, there was probably a little bit of fear of how far the discussion of the cover-up of a sexual harassment case in Shapiro's office, how much that might have hurt him and the Harris ticket.
Governor Walz is a veteran, a former teacher, and a coach. Twombly says Harris made a safe pick choosing him.
Many Republicans who worked with him in Congress think very highly of him on a personal level, and there doesn't seem to be any hint of any kind of scandal associated with him. So in that respect, the Harris team picked somebody who was safer on that score.
As for Governor Shapiro, he plans to continue serving the Commonwealth. Twombly says Shapiro could eventually run again for VP or even as president in a future election.
It might be a blessing in disguise because he could run for another term as governor and then spend the rest of his time between the gap in ending his term as governor and the next presidential election after that.
Twombly believes Shapiro is willing to do the hard work to get out into the rural spots of Pennsylvania to draw up support for Harris, a key swing state in the race for the White House. Twombly says this is going to be a tight race, but things could change for either party come November. He says both Trump and Harris will have to drum up support from their parties, and they'll both have to try to hold on to the middle-of-the-road voters.